everyone, welcome to Ellis Mowers. I appreciate y'all watching the video, as always, watching the channel. This week is going to be the week of the holidays when I'm going to be releasing this, Christmas and New Year's. So if you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas to y'all. I do as well. And all the other holidays associated around the holiday season, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Boxing Day for folks in Canada. So overall, it's a time of nice rest and relaxation, a little bit of time off from work, spending with family and friends and loved ones. And so, save this week, a little bit of a break from mower repairs. We're going to organize this garage. And we are going to start part one here with some file cabinets. I did an update video back in October, when I'm filming this, honestly. And found these file cabinets behind me on a government auction, local to me, close enough, about an hour away. Starting bill was $1. It was 2 lots of 4 file cabinets. I'm like, why not? Let's throw a bid in. And the way GovDeals works is that whatever your maximum bid is, it'll bid for you up to that point in increments. So I threw in $10 on each lot. Well, I was the only bid. So I ended up getting all 8 of these file cabinets after taxes and fees and whatnot for $2.40 for all 8 of them. Not each, for all 8. So that averages out to, I don't know, what is that? 25 cents, 30 cents a file cabinet. And we're going to use it for mower storage. I'll show you where we're going to start with. Part one's going to be getting these in place. So let's go ahead and get started on it. If you have any questions about this video, reach out to me, Ellis at ellismowers.com or at ellismowers09 on Instagram and Facebook. I'll show you the file cabinets, I'll show you where I'm going to put them, and then I'm going to put them there. So let's get started. So here are the file cabinets. There are 8 of them. One of them has a broken drawer. I think I've already fixed it. We'll see. Brought it home on my trailer. They rode very well. Thank goodness for the 6x14. That 5x8, we'd been struggling because I delivered a lawnmower while I was out too. So we got 8 of these, town of Holly Springs. They got all of $2.40 from me. They got $2. GovDeals took the government took the taxes and GovDeals took the rest of it. We got 8 of these things. What I'm planning to do is turn this garage into a fully working garage, not mower storage and storage of random junk like I've got in here right now. Granted, my garage is probably better than many people's garages, but I want to make this more of a professional looking garage that is a working environment and not a storage environment in terms of like riding mowers and stuff like this that have been sitting back here literally for like the last year. So my plan is, I'm trying not to take a bunch of stuff off the walls in order to accomplish this. But what I would like to do is I would like to put the 4 file cabinets along the wall here, make an aisle that's just wide enough so that I can open the drawers, and then put the other 4 file cabinets along this line. So what that's going to do is it's going to allow me to keep that aisle open so that I have access to the drawers and not feel compelled, if I had them all on the back wall here, I'd feel compelled to push the storage up or push whatever I have in here up to the drawers and not be able to get them open. Now I don't want to really move the mower lift if I need to access it. Kind of want to keep the bikes and the press and the cornhole boards, if I keep them, and the generator kind of back here, easy to access. So I'm not really going to change any of the corner of this, at least currently, unless I add some overhead cabinets or something along those lines in the future. We're not at that point yet. This car canopy is going to go up as well. So let me go ahead and push these out of the way and get these 8 file cabinets back here. I'm not going to be able to get them all the way up to the wall quite yet, and I'm not going to put them all the way on the wall either. what I'm most likely going to do is leave this area open here a little bit. Might even keep the vacuum on the corner back there and the welder on the other side, or something along those lines. I'm not exactly sure how, but I do know I want to put 4 file cabinets here, 4 file cabinets here, and an aisle in the middle. So let me get to working on that. I'll show you what I end up with. This bench will end up going away as well. It will get, I'm going to be cutting it up. And so we're going to be pushing, like I said, the cabinets more toward the end here and going from there. So let's see what we can muster up here. All right, guys, I got all the mowers and decks out, and we're left. Wow, I'm always like, wow, whenever I see this. Oh, that hydro's leaking pretty bad on that 178 too, or that 188. We'll top that off with hydro fluid. It's been sitting there for over a year, all summer actually, so not surprising. That's okay though. I got some Lucas I'll top it off with. I'll clean this up. What we're going to do right now is I'm just going to put them 1, 2, 3, 4, a little bit of room so I can get my vacuum cleaner and stuff, and then we'll leave it there for now. I'll finish this video when I show y'all when I get this bench kind of out of the way too. I've got a lot of work to do in terms of getting these off. I think what I'm going to do with this so that I can slide the cabinets, all the way to the corner, is I'm going to move this from the wall here, and I'm going to put it on this cabinet on the side here. It should fit, from what I could tell, long ways. That way it's still kind of in the area that I need it to be, but not taking up wall space where I could put even a cabinet on the wall or have the file cabinets all the way up against the wall. So I'm hoping I can fit 2 of them so that I don't occupy that electrical outlet right there. We'll see what we end up needing to do. Again, if this is a storage area, I'm not necessarily needing the outlet. I'll get these couple of little things moved out of the way, and then we will continue on. All right, guys, let me give you all a look here. This is the premise that I'm trying to do here. So you can see I got the back side of the file cabinets facing toward the front of the garage. I've got them 4 on one side, 4 on the other. What I believe I'm going to do, because this workbench is going to go away, what I'm going to probably do is put that one that's on that side over here facing this way. I have a shelf, the shelf in my lean-to. It's a Craftsman 5 shelf deal. I'll probably end up taking those off the wall, take that V-clip off the wall, and it actually will fit, that shelf will fit right in between that outlet and the wall with only like an inch or 2 to spare. And I'll put a 5th one here because I'm fine with how far out this is, because it allows me to be able to get around the corner to, I can load my element and stuff and get the bikes and stuff out and whatever else I need to get out that I keep over here. That side's not really going to change very much. So what I was trying to do is make a little aisle here, as you can see, and you open and close the drawer and you're able to get everything. So I've got, all 4 cabinets here. I know it's a little tight here to get to the bottom ones, but we can still get to all of them, and that's the goal. Like I said, this workbench is going to go away. It will not be here. What will be here is a shelf, like one of them plastic shelving units like I got in the lean-to. I'll show it to you in just a second. This cabinet is going to be moved over here. And so I'm going to have the little aisle, walk down, have my shelf, have 3 file cabinets on the back wall, and then have 5 file cabinets here in the middle. And what I can also do here is if I wanted to go up, I could get more shelves and potentially go up and have storage basically up to the ceiling. And that's, for now, all I should really need. But probably going to put things like oil and whatnot on some shelves somewhere. Not completely sure, but that is kind of how I'm trying to accomplish this. As you can see, let me get to the back of the garage. I have all of that space left because my garage is really, really deep to work on stuff. And so that's more than enough space. I have plenty of space to park my Honda in here. And we're going to be in good shape. Like I said, I am going to get rid of some of this workspace here, but we'll get it back. A lot of the tools and whatnot is probably going to go on some of these shelves in here. A few other things can go on top of these file cabinets, which will be determined at a later date. But I just wanted to show you all the premise. I'll show you the shelving unit that I'm going to put over there, and then we'll fast forward to whenever I get the garage finished and show you kind of the final product of this area. So this is the shelving unit that's going to go in the garage in that corner. I've been trying to get it out of here for a while, and so that's what I'm going to do, get it out of here, and we'll be good to go. I could split this up and put it in on top of the file cabinets. I'm not going to do that with this one because of how tall I can get it already. I have another wire shelf that's in a box right now that it was sent from me by a partner company that I may or may not put in the garage. I think that one's going to go under the house though, in lieu of my workbench area. So that's what I'm going to transfer over into the garage, and you'll see that product here in just a second. We'll fast forward, I don't know how many months or days or weeks, and I'll show you what I ended up with. Alright guys, I'm going to show you the final layout, and then I'm going to leave it hanging so that y'all see it later in the week as to the final product. But I brought that red and black shelf in here that I had in the lean-to. I was going to put it on the wall, but the reason why I didn't put it on the wall is because I would have had to move this. Most importantly, I'd have had to move that V-shaped hang-all as well, just because of the height of it. But I would have had to move this as well. And I was looking around the garage. Number one, I didn't want to drill more holes in my blocks if I could manage it. And number two, I realized that these file cabinets actually fit perfectly in between my little electrical outlet areas here, so that I have access to that. I still have the ability to put stuff on that V-shaped hang-all right there, and I don't have to move my bolt area here, and still can reach all of it. And then this is a pro. I could potentially reach both sides of it. I think I'm going to end up putting a lot of my oil and stuff on that cabinet. Probably my bolts too. I'm either going to put the bolts over here or on my workbench. You'll see that more in part 3. We're going to do the lights next, but I've already started putting stuff in the drawers. Like I've got them labeled: spark plugs, gas caps, fuel line, pull rope. You can see all the stuff I can get into this, which is excellent. New air filters, like all my air filters. My new air filters are in one. I'll put my the good used air filters and other parts in there. Ignition switches, tape, starter solenoids. I think a few other things are going to go in there. I'll probably have a drawer for new belts. You know, like I've got my corded power tools and stuff in drawers instead of just sitting on a shelf now. And so I've got so far, let's see, pulleys and spindles are on that far side. So far I've got 3 file cabinets filled, which means I have 5 left to do. And so far we're actually making pretty good progress here. Kind of have to figure out what I'm going to do next. So we'll wrap part 1 up. Alright guys, so part 1 has ended. I have already shown y'all, we've already done a lot of organizing around here, and I'm just on day, let's see, I did it one afternoon. Now I'm basically on day 2. So we've made a lot of progress. I have to clean out the shelves and stuff up top here. Truthfully, I don't know if I'll put my oil here or on that shelf. We'll see what ends up happening when it comes to where I end up with this. So thank you all again for watching. Let me know what you think about the file cabinets. I mean, I didn't go wrong. I knew I wasn't going to be going wrong with $2 paying for all 8 of these things. And so seems like it's working well so far. What I'm going to be struggling with is like a lot of the smaller parts, like the gaskets and the diaphragms and things like that. I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with that. I have an idea. Got a little separator in the lean-to that I'll probably put underneath my bench here. Like I said, you'll see that in part 3. Part 2 should be pretty quick. I'm just going to basically show you the before and after of the lighting setup that I'm going to be installing, which is just going to be adding 4 motion lights so that I have light under the garage when I have it open, because the garage blocks all of my light in the front of the garage when I have the door up. So that's a big deal. I wanted to do that so that y'all could see things better as well, especially if I'm working on them in the evenings. So just got to get going with that. But thank y'all again for watching. I hope y'all are enjoying this holiday special, so to speak. And hopefully y'all are getting some ideas on how you can potentially organize your garage as well. File cabinets, thumbs up. Working good so far. Check your local government auctions. You never know what you might find. Gov deals, and we have state surplus here in North Carolina. And so cheap storage as opposed to having to buy all this yourself. I mean, you could get hundreds of dollars in garage storage if you're not careful. And truthfully, with all the stuff that y'all see around here with the cabinet, with the cabinets, one of them came out of my house. One of them came from a restore, and it was only like 20 bucks. And then my 5-shelf storage rack right here, I think was 50 something from Lowe's, but it's the heavy duty industrial. And then the workbench came with the house, so I have less than $100 in garage storage. If you count my $100 shed out there, I have about $200 in it. But still, one of my missions is just to show you that you can do this on the cheap and still be effective and not make it look trashy and make it look more professional. That's the goal here in the garage. Thank you all for staying on this journey. We're going to do lights in part 2. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me, Ellis at ellismowers.com, or at ellismowers09 on Instagram and Facebook. I will see y'all in the next video where we do the lights. Take care.